Hey everybody, it's Allie Edwards, and in today's Friday video, I am going to show you how to do something that's pretty quick and easy, and you may already know how to do it, but it might be something that's on your list to learn how to do. I did see a question in one of the comments from last week's video that was about how do you take a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and how do you add more than one photo on top of it. Let's say you don't want to be you don't want to be wasting any paper. So you want to be able to add a variety of different sizes onto one sheet of paper, a variety of different photo sizes. And so that's what I'm going to show you how to do today, or show you what to do, or that is what I'm going to show you how to do today. And I am going to be doing this in Photoshop Elements. So I have that opened up here. I normally just use the main Photoshop program, but sometimes for some tutorials, I'll do them in Elements. It tends to be a more accessible program for people. There's lots of different ways that you can do this these days too. So let's go ahead first and start by creating a new document. We're going to do a blank file. And I'm going to set up the sizes here. I want these to be, I'm going to make it 8.5 by 11 because on my printer, I can print full size or, full to the edges, borderless printing. So I'm going to make that 8.5 by 11 by 300. I'm going to click OK. And there is my page. That's my full 8.5 by 11 page. And I'm going to just dock that. You can see that I just kind of dragged that and laid it right there. And then what I want to do next is I want to open a few other photos. So let's say I'm going to do 3 different photos and actually just have them over here on my desktop. So let's bring these 3 photos into Elements here. And we will have them open up. You can see them along the bottom. This one I actually am going to pull out of there because I don't want to have that in there. But let's say we want to make this one 3 by 4. This is really how simple and easy this can be. So let's go. All right, so you can click on the crop tool here, and we want to make restrictions for this. So we're going to say this is 3 inches by 4 inches. And we want to have the resolution still be, yes, okay, thank you. We want to put in 300. And this has a grid overlay on it right now, but I'm just going to hit enter, or this little check mark sign, and now I have a 3 by 4 photo. And I can simply come over here, take the move tool, and drag and drop this over onto my canvas. So there is a 3 by 4 image on my 8.5 by 11 canvas. Now, if you have a borderless printer, you can put it all the way up to the edge if you want to do that. Otherwise, you're going to want to bring it in probably about a 1/2 inch, depending on what the margins are. So let's add that one on there. I'm going to take this off. Then let's go back to our photo bin so we can see these. I'm going to click on that one. This is a fun little picture that I took of some stuff that Simon put in. So let's say this one we want to do this one as a 4 by 4. So I'm going to come back over. I'm going to grab the crop tool. We're going to change this. We don't need it to be 42 inches. We're going to do 4 inch by 4 inch. And then it should still be at 300. We're going to double check that here. And then you can move this depending on where you want it. I'm going to have it right about there and click OK. Let's see. This one actually got a weird bit of white on there. So we're going to undo that. Let's grab the crop tool again. Let's see where we have it cropped here. Draw out that circle. I'm going to move it down just a little bit here. Get a part of the table, and then I'm going to select OK. It's going too far off the edge is what I want to do here. So I'm going to make it come in a little bit more. There we go. I was getting a weird white line on the side. Then also you can do lots of different editing that you might want to do in here. Let's see. Pull up some of those options. I'm going to bring this back on here so I can see. Let's zoom in a little bit. One of the things I like to use when I'm editing is the dodge tool, and it's pretty small right now. We want to make it be a lot bigger, but you can see what it's going to do is it brightens things up a little bit. It's one of those things, and you can go back in and you can adjust the contrast too, but this is a good way to add in some lightness depending on where you want it to be. Okay, so here I'd go to adjust lighting. I would do brightness and contrast. You can do this. You can adjust the contrast by itself. That just makes it a little more sharper. You have more variation between the dark darks and the light lights. And let's click OK. And the other one I saw up here was adjust lighting, was the levels. That's something else that I often like to do. And you can kind of play around with this here, bring in some more darks, bring in some more lights, depending on what you want. Let's click OK. I'm going to come up here. I'm using the move tool again. I'm just going to drag this one, and then I'm going to take this 4" by 4" with the move tool, drag it over here, and then place it on top. All right. Don't need to save that. And then let's do one more here, which is this one. And I want to do this as a 4 by 6. So let's adjust that again. So let's come over and grab the crop tool, come down here. We're going to make it so it's 4 inches by 6 inches. And just click OK. Make this be 7,300. Okay, what do we got here? All right. So that is going to be, you can see that the proportions are already correct. So I'm just going to hit enter. Actually, first I need to draw the thing. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. This is going to be the 4 by 6. So let's make it, and then hit OK. All right, then I can drag and drop this guy over on here. It can fit either in this space, you could turn it around. So you could also do a variety of other photos, right? As many photos as you wanted to, as many photos as you could fit on here. And then all you need to do is print. So that's pretty simple, pretty easy. You can choose, you know, what size you want to crop these to. Maybe you want to do a bunch of 2 by 2s, you want to do 3 by 3s, 4 by 4s, you want to do a full page. Lots and lots of different options there for that. So then you can just go ahead and print this at home. All right, like I said, super quick and simple this week. Let me know if you have any questions.